Our economy was once in a drunken and wild state. We were drunk with money and spending it without absolutely any responsibility for saving and for rebuilding our communities. And because of that drunken state that our economy was in, we are now suffering an economic hangover in our state, where our schools are suffering and our children continue to suffer. And it's so good to be here with those of you who have ignited a movement in this country that we are going to change some real things that affect us daily. We're going to change some things where our children will have access to education, not because it's the government running it, but because we have taught men and women to be responsible for their families and to make sure their children can get the best education that it can possibly get. I've got a problem when Washington, D.C. can get rid of a school voucher program in the city of Washington, D.C., and young students who had an opportunity to graduate from one of the finest private high schools in the country now find themselves out of that opportunity to finish in that educational system and back in the D.C. public school system, which is one of the worst in the country. And because of, there are some of them that have dropped out of school. Let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, on today, I'm not pleased with citizens that are willing to drop out on opportunity. I'm not pleased with citizens who are willing to drop out on living up to their full potential. I am not pleased when we can look at the same people sit in office all over again, and there are those who are willing to look up at the White House and at the Capitol and our state offices and are willing to give up because they don't see any real change in sight, but the same recycled message that literally is no hope for tomorrow, no future for you, and you will stay in the community that you were born in. I stand as a testimony to those that have come from unbearable conditions, that if you take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you, you can go to amazing places, you can do amazing things, and you can speak to those who might never have the opportunity to hear the real unadulterated truth that it's time out for a liberal agenda running our inner cities. We need to teach the people that are in our inner cities, take control of your own communities and vote some people out. It's time to give some people a pink slip in 2010. It's time to give some of them an early retirement in 2010. Tell a career politician to go out and get a real job come November 3rd, because we are fed up with the same old garbage that has been hurting us every year. The greatest state in America. It is a shame that our children go to one of the worst school systems in America. The greatest state in America. It is a shame that access for our children getting into the state college system and the UC system is harder than it ever was. The greatest state in this country. It is a shame that it has been pushed out of being affordable. It is a shame that our children in this state do not have the same access to education that those who are moving here from other countries, and there's an agenda that's allowing them to step in front of our children and get degrees before our children, when we are the taxpayers that are paying for so many others to graduate on the backs of good Americans that are laying the foundation for our children to get educated. We've got to change some things. So come November 2nd, why don't you all join me in handing out some pink slips when you go into the voters booth? Come November 2nd, let's tell a career politician, sayonara, adios, bonjour, see you later, bye-bye, because we're going to do some things differently come November 2nd, 2010. And we're going to get through this economic hangover that we're dealing with right now. We're on our way to recovery. We're on our way to doing some greater things, and it's going to start when we who are real Americans stand up and take our country back, and it starts right here. And as I heard someone say, the countdown is on, because in 17 days we vote some people out of office. May the Lord bless and keep you. May God continue to shine upon you. Let's give the Tea Party a hand for waking up America.